COM 230, which is SQL and database design. Let's begin with looking at my coursework that I have stored at home and at school, the data that was on the school's network drives, including PowerPoint slides from various instructors that have taught the course, and the textbook locally on my drive. So you go to the actual website of this database management system that I made. It's a quote management system. The purpose of this program is that it will demonstrate the process of accessing the data of a relational database management system, RDMS. We were provided with text files that we could just simply copy and paste into a text editor, HTML with PHP script in them. I went through and highlighted PHP code. So just to demonstrate, we can manage quotes and we can look up quotes by author like Robert Frost, and we find another author of quotes is Winston Churchill. We can manage the database. We can search by category. We can search anything containing a text. Let's try a fence. Search, we get fence. Do not ever take a fence down until you know why it was put up. The user interface is with a web browser and a locally reproduced HTML file with forms and text boxes. The relational database can be normalized to handle complex data structures and efficiently store and search through massive amounts of data with effective versatility. It also is one of the most secure architectures because of the additional layer of security enforced through authentication of account level access. Build this database that we're interacting with through interface to the server through a program called Putty. We will run it. It's actually downloaded and installed, and then asked to run. And Putty is described here in Wikipedia. It's free, open source. It's a terminal emulator, serial console, and it supports network protocols, SCP, secure copy, secure shell, telnet, and remote login. Makes it easier for me to do this is I keep my notes that have all kinds of information, including login, which I just have to block copy and paste it, and you'll see that we have a prompt to log in. We established a connection, we haven't logged in yet, so I'll just go over here, paste that in. I don't think I pasted it right this time. I did, and I'm logged in, indicated by the $sign prompt. You can see there. My account name is my student number, and it's PM84270, and I'm on the Linux sandbox at Coleman University. To access a local server, if it was local, it would on the same machine with this URL, and then to start MySQL program or the relational database that we're using, we copy this string, which indicates the username, which shows there, and then a password, which is this one, truncated to that argument. And you'll see that I have now a prompt that says MySQL, and then I'll copy this string, which uses the database that's named the same as my username, and it shows that it's changed, and now we're using it. And now we show in tables that's in this database. We have, these are the columns. It shows an ID here, a text here, a date, and the author ID, which is a foreign key to another table's primary key of authors. And, SQL statements, and it's easy enough if we do these statements. Text editor, I can add rows to an existing table. I can edit the row, to make it different, the contents of it. I can edit specific rows, delete a row, delete a table, create join tables, and add to join tables, view rows of join tables, and then I create procedures, stored procedures, call a procedure with parameters, believe it is exit, and again exit, and it's done. Now another tool that we have available, PHPMyAdmin, and this is the website to download it, and once it's downloaded it will run, and this tells you about it's also a free open source tool. It provides a GUI interface for accessing the database elements, the databases, the tables, the fields, the rows. To get there, an email that was provided to us, web access to a MySQL database, and it says PHPMyAdmin. So I will click on that right now, and I'll log in. I'm allowed one database, so select it, and you'll see here are the tables again, and we can look at the author. Here's the author names. Here's a tabularized format and a GUI display that we can modify the table, add to it, create tables, link tables, all the things we need to do. We can put direct SQL statements in and execute them. This is a pretty handy tool. One thing I want to do right now, back up, let's do an export up here, and I want to select various, I wonder if I want to select all these, my whole database, check all, then I want to export, I think I'll do it twice, and save file, to open, sure, it's in my download directory. If I go there now, which was here, to admins, and I would go to downloads, which has got today's date and 77 kilobytes. Let's do it again and make it again CSV for Excel. Go and okay, and same deal, downloads, and this is CSV file. It's a little bit smaller. So I've saved a backup of my files, and these are the formats that you can save them out to. Another tool that we were shown is called MySQL Workbench. It's also a web-based design that presents the database in a GUI environment. MySQL Workbench, I have two accounts. I believe this one here works with the web server IIS, which is a Microsoft Internet Information Server. Or I also have on here an Apache web server, and I have this account that logs into that, because dealing with the database, you're dealing with the database server and a web server. They can both be on the same machine, which is not a good practice, but it's so I could give training on MySQL Workbench, but that's not what this video is on. Let's see if I can find anything. The wedding is interesting. You have to log in first. I took the code out of the book and built this, and it's interesting that there's this interface here with these text boxes, and if you create a new user, you create a password, and then they are matched together, effectively creating an account where you can log in later. And when you log in, it shows you a registry for a wedding gift list, and shows welcome. Please select gift suggestions from the list to add to your shopping list. So these are suggested by the bride and groom, and you would add it. And then you see that it was moved from up here where the suggestion list is down to your shopping list for you to go shopping in. Let's say that you change your mind. You're going to remove something. It goes back up on the list. You're not seeing the shopping list of other people that have accounts, but you just see your own, and you see the overall gift suggestions that are left unselected from people. There is an administrator account. I don't recall what the password was now. Let's create a new account. Let's make it tester1, and let's make password, and let's log in. And it works the same way. Add a list. Okay, log out. I'm going to come back in. The password is something else wrong. Log in. No, I don't want to remember. You're not in yet. Doesn't accept it. So it works. It has to match the password. Well, the username password pair to authenticate the login to log in. So that was very interesting. I think I'd probably want to stop at this point. Everybody needs a break. I will conclude this video at this time, and thank you very much for your time.